On a perfect sunny day at a beautiful sandy beach, you saw something moving on the sand near you. What is that? A snail? A spider? Oh, it's a hermit crab! Hermit crab or Pagurida is an arthropod that was listed under the class Malacostraca. Hermit crab able to live up to 40 years. Hermit crab has 5 pairs of legs with different functions. The first pair of legs have large claws which are used for climbing, fighting, and covering the shell opening. The second pair of legs used for walking and detecting food, while the third pair of legs also used for walking. The fourth and the fifth pair are small legs that are used to hold its abdomen inside his shell. A hermit's abdomen does not have a hard exoskeleton. It leaves a crab vulnerable, which is why a hermit crab covers its abdomen with a shell. A crab has gills that are located in the branchial chamber. The gills and the chamber act like a lung and must remain moist in order for a crab to breathe. Even though hermit crab has gills, they can drown if kept underwater. Hermit crabs is a nocturnal animal, which means they are active during the night and are sleeping during the day. Despite their name, hermit crabs are not solitary creatures. They live in a large colonies of hundreds or more animals. They often sleep piled up together and can even collaborate in teams to find food. Hermit crabs are opportunistic omnivores that will scavenge, kill, browse and graze whatever plant or animal matter that is available. Depending on where the hermit crab lives and how big it is, they may eat plankton, small mussels, tube worms, tiny shrimp, dead fish, squid, and even the other crab. The mating of hermit crabs. Hermit crabs mate in seawater. Before mating, the male holds the female with one claw and then taps her with the other claw. Both crabs emerge partially from their shells, placing their stomachs together to mate. The male transfers a sperm packet to the female, which will fertilize her eggs. Female carry the eggs on the abdominal appendages until they hatch. She will carry her eggs as they mature for approximately 1 month, during which time the eggs will change from brick grey to dark grey as the embryos deplete their yolk supply. Will hatch her eggs in the ocean by passing clusters of eggs from her pods using her gills. The eggs immediately burst upon contact with salt water, and the new larval hatchlings that were referred as sui float among the planktons. As the hermit crabs grow, they need to find and move into the larger shells. Although hermit crabs usually don't steal shells that are already occupied, in the areas where suitable shells are limited, vigorous competition can occur. But instead of fight or even kill a competitor to gain access to the shell it favors, it has been observed that crabs will form what is called vacancy chains. A series of individuals will line themselves up in order of size, waiting for sometimes for hours for the right size to come along. When the chain is complete, it is time for them to start swapping their shells. And as the largest crab moves to its new shell, each successive crab will enter the newly vacated one. Hermit crab issues. To Tourists who go on holidays on the beach always collect some seashells as souvenir, and for some collecting shells become a lifelong hobby. But did you know, removing seashells could damage the ecosystem of the beach and endanger the sea life? Sure, sparrow shells are some of the most beautiful shells you can find, but there is another collector out there who needs them even more than you do, which is the hermit crab. Plastic pollution is also a problem for hermit crabs, which often mistake a plastic bottle cap or container for a new home. A 2020 study in the Journal of Hazardous Materials found that around 570,000 hermit crabs die annually from getting caught in the plastic debris on 2 tropical islands in the South Pacific. Hermit crabs don't breed well in captivity. Numerous land hermit crabs seen in the pet store are taken from the wild, which is considered an unsustainable practice. What's more, the painted shells that crabs are often sold in are slowly poisoning these creatures. Hermit crabs can live for more than 30 years in their natural habitats, but after being purchased, most do not live for more than few months to a year. Let's together care for hermit crab. Because if we don't, who will?